come on in, sit back, relax, take a load off, have yourself a drink. I am your host Campbell from Gijoecustoms and Collections, and today I'm doing something very special. I'm doing some repair work on some gijoe figures for somebody in the community or the gijoe hashtag family. But not only that, his name is Sam, and he is the organizer for the Taranaki collectibles, and it's going to be in November that he's doing this. So it is very, very, very special for me to do this for him. He's also going to be on the Barriers podcast this Sunday. Then we're going to talk about his event. So enough about that. Everybody, let's go in and let's repair these figures for him and bring pristine. So without further ado, let's see what we can do. Okay, so here are the figures here. There's 4 of them. So this is the Range Viper here. Obviously you can see there's some paint fade, which isn't too bad. He's got a broken crutch, which shouldn't be a problem for me to fix. He's got his backpack there. He's got Muskrat's shotgun, which has seen better days, so we'll let it aside, like the accessories. Legs feel good. That's not too bad. So basically it's just his crutch. Looks like there's a bit of rust on the screw, if you can see. There you go, if I move it that way. Yeah, there's a bit of rust on the screw. Hope I can get that out. So we've got ourselves the irongrenadiers. Now obviously you can see there's a lot of the gold that has worn off. That should not be a problem to me. Once again, you can see rusty screw. Hopefully I can get that out. Crutch piece is fine. That's not a worry. Also got loose knees and once again rusty screws. So hopefully I can get that out as well. Right, we have ourselves a bat. It's missing the symbol, that sort of sticker there. I don't know if I can make that. Obviously the thing you can see here is that the crutch is broken. Legs feels like it's really tight, not a worry. And ooh, also there's a bit of plastic stuck there. So I'm only going to need to get that out. Find a way to get that out, sorry. Probably just means I need to drill a hole and pry it out. So we'll leave that alone. That's also the bats. This is the bat version 2. So there's his backpack. Nothing seems to be, yeah, that works fine. Wrong with that. Now we've got the Eco Warrior Flint. Bit of paint wear there. That screw looks alright. Once again, the O-ring is snapped off, so that's not an issue. Legs feel fine. Just once again, it's that paint reapplied. The crutch piece is good, but he's missing his backpack and the squirter part of the gun, and I believe I have a spare one. So you know what, mate, I want to give that to you if I do have it. So let's concentrate on the bat and Range Viper's broken crutch piece. So let's move these guys aside at the moment and let's look at repairing these. So this is quite simple to repair. So what I use is the Irwin 1.0mm drill bit with this nice little Dremel tool right here. Let's take that plastic off. And it also requires paperclip, of course, and milliput. The more I use milliput, the more I actually start to like this. The downside is you got to allow it to curl and all that, but it's alright, not a worry. So first thing we'll do, we start to drill a hole. So that's the hole drilled out. And that's basically so I can stick the paperclip in there, obviously with some super glue of course, and I'll just bend that to shape. So I'll just bend that to shape to form the new foundation of the crutch piece. Okay, I'm now going to put the paperclip in here, right where the hole is. And I want to mark where I can do a bend. So it'll be about there, what I can see. And just grabbing my trusty pliers, I'll do a bend about here. So I'll take that off about there, knowing that I need to possibly trim some. I want to have a quick nosy to see how it looks. Alright, it's not too bad, it's a little bit high. So I reckon if I trim it here, yeah, that looks a lot better. And quite possibly trim this part here. Okay, I'll grab my plate. Right, okay, that's good. I'll leave that alone and move on to the next one. Right, that looks pretty good. So once again, super glue. Right, we'll leave those two alone to set, which shouldn't take too long. And then we'll put the mix up the milliput. Okay, so I'm going to grab my milliput now, and this is a 2-part stage, like so. So I don't need too much. So you basically slice off equal parts. Which is closely about that, I think. And what I like to do personally is just slice this into little pieces. Okay, I've now mixed the milliput together and it is looking quite good for me to start forming some crutches. So first of all, let's grab this Range Viper one. I'm also going to grab me a bit of, sorry about the arm in the way, a bit of water as well. Sorry about the handwriting too, that's pretty shit. But water actually helps too. So I'll break off a piece there. Might just need a little bit extra. Okay, so that's one done. I'll leave it alone to cure, and then I'll start sanding it up. I should leave it alone. So here we go. Yeah, basically I'm getting quite good at making these crutches here with milliput. I'm starting to get used to it. So yeah, we'll leave it alone. And then we'll start on the bat. Version 2. Okay, so that's the bat crutch all done up. And I'll put that with the other one. I'll leave it alone. Let them set for 24 hours. Okay, so while we're waiting for the milliput to set, how about we look at attacking these screws here and see if I can get them out. Okay, it's coming out pretty good. But look at that. That's pretty rusty. That's no good at all. So we've irongrenadier aside here. Range Viper. Yeah, it's coming out. Yeah, that there is also severely rusty as well. And speaking about that, let's see what we can do with this. Okay, I've got myself a bit of a hook here. It doesn't look the greatest, but oh. Right, I might just get my pliers. Or maybe a pair of tweezers. No. Oh, there we go. Well, that. So yeah, that screw inside there is pretty good. So I don't need to look at that. Don't need to touch it. But that's cool. So it looks like it was already broken apart anyway. So that's out. I think while I'm at it, I'll also remove these as well. Because I think one of them is loose, but they're also severely rusty. So we'll take these legs later on. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is 2 experiments. On this side here, I have white vinegar. And on this side here, I have CLR, all this stuff here, which you can get at any hardware store. So basically we'll put these legs in here, leg screws in there, let that dissolve, put the screws in the white vinegar, And I would say let's leave it alone for about 24 hours and see what happens. Right, see you soon. Okay, now it's the moment of truth. I've already tested one from the white vinegar, and I've got to admit it's come out really well. So that's from the white vinegar, and that's pretty much mint. You just basically give it a rub. I'm using an old towel, so I'm quite impressed with that. With the other one. You can see that dirt coming off. So that's not too bad, really. And this is from the CLR. Wow, I think the CLR has done a much better job. Look at that shine. If I'm correct, the CLR was the leg screws. Look at that. Alright guys, so if you've got rusty screws and all that, may I suggest you get yourself some CLR. That has come up really nice. Okay, so while we've got the screws apart on the irongrenadiers legs, let's put them apart and see what's going on. See what we can do about tightening them up. I don't think that's the one that was loose. I believe it was this one. Nothing really too major. I think what I'll do is just drop a clear coat on these points here, and that should be tickly boo. Okay, so with the clear coat now dried and it looks like it's pretty good, let's put this back on. Ooh, it's dried too well. Okay, so I need a little bit of a sanding. that looks like it's pretty good. I'm going to say these screws here are looking absolutely 100 times better than it was previously. A little bit more. And look at that. No more loose knees. So I'll put that aside. Okay, so going back to these crutches, they are nice and cured and hardened. I'm just going to give it a quick sand. Just smooth out any imperfections. And for the paint, I'm just using my paint marker pen. I've been using these quite recently in my last few videos, and these are really, really good. I swear by them. Right, that's pretty good. I'll leave those alone to dry, and then we'll probably look at doing some more painting. I'll say with the range viper, the gold, and also the irongrenadiers. So that's gold is basically non-assistance now. Right, for the gold, once again, using the paint marker pen. This time it's the gold, and just watch this. Move that here out of the way. That is literally popping. Is there a screw on this? No, it isn't. I don't know if we do this without the screw in there. And that's the reason why. But what I'll do is I'll throw that like that. And basically just do this. So that what you could say was a blooper, or you can say that's the reason why I keep the screws in on the action figures, or gijoes, cobras, irongrenadiers, dreadnoks. And voila, that is looking 100 times better. I'm also do the same with this. Okay, I'm going to start doing the gold buttons. You can see I've done one here. So, just very, very carefully. that's the gold buttons. So I know that this belt buckle here is also painted gold. Right, so I'll leave that alone to dry. Actually, I've got this arm to do too. So I'll bring up my stand, which you guys have seen before. So I'll position this so that everybody can see, especially myself. Okay, I'm all set to start putting new O-rings in these figures here. So the first thing I do is I get my pliers and I give it a bit of a stretch. And that actually helps with putting the figures on there. So we'll start off with the irongrenadier first of all. Just going to double check the screw size. I believe it could be this one here. So this is the one that's done by the white vinegar. Hasn't really come out as well, but it's better than rusty. That's one figure complete. Now this is the one that was one of the crutches which is repaired. And I always like to put the O-ring on after. Give me one moment. So I'm just using this tweezer here and hook it on. Beautiful. Oh, sorry. And you can see this is the screw which was done by the CLR, which I think it's a much better job. Okay, put him aside. I think I'll start with the back next. Once again, same technique. I'd rather put that on first. Put the O-ring there. Hook that with... Alright, where was I? Yep, so get the O-ring, squeeze it a bit, and then basically, voila. Now the reason why I do that with the crutches that are being totally rebuilt that way is I don't want to put any more stress on the newly built crutch. Just want to quickly say, guys, if you like what you're seeing so far and you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. It does me a world of good, helps this channel grow, and you get to see great more content like this. Right, happy with that, that's pretty good. Right, now it's time for Eco Warrior Flint. This is what the O-ring looks like when it's deteriorated. It's broken away. Okay, so get the O-ring. And since the crutch here is not broken or anything like that, it is dead easy to put this back on. I'm going to need to touch up the paint on that, but that's not an issue. And the Cobra symbol here is not too bad. I mean, sorry, the Eco Warrior symbol isn't too bad, so I'm going to put a bit of clear coat on that to stop it from rubbing out. So that's not looking too shabby whatsoever. Let's get the paint. So I want to touch up the hair first. I need to do the eyebrows as well. One moment. Right, for the eyebrows I'm going to be using this black, which is semi-gloss from Tamiya acrylic paint. and I've made up this tool. So I got this idea from Toy Poloi. Go check his channel out, it's absolutely brilliant. And that I am happy with. Okay, so for the blue, well, the purplish blue on his chest, I'm going to be using this colour here, which is the blue X4, but I've added a different colour to it. It looks a little bit lighter. So it looks like I need to add a bit of black to it. And not too much. So what I do here is basically grab my paintbrush, put a dab of that in, and just mix it up to make it darker. You know what? I reckon that royal blue that I did for Cobra Commander will be the ticket. Yep. Now, so sorry about that, guys, for wasting your time. Sometimes, as I said before, mixing paints can either be a hit or miss. So obviously that was on the wrong track. Yeah, look at that. It's so close that I am calling it a pass. Alright, the next stage is for me to paint these boots. So I'll just put the battle stand on, or put them on the battle stand. Almost dropped them. That would have been a freaking disaster. And just tie up these boots. So yeah, this is the clear cut I'm using. And it just basically protects it. It really enhances it too. It really makes it hot. And it stops it from rubbing. Or rubbing off. Right, now leave that alone to dry. Now friend here has this water pistol gun. You can see it's quite stressed out and all that. So I'm going to swap that out because I've got a spare one here with the backpack, and all it is just a matter of screwing this onto here. Or better, I'll get some. Well, I can use my fingers to heat it up. And lo and behold, my fingers seem to do the trick. So that is his spare backpack. I believe it should have been blue, but it doesn't matter. He's now got one, so it's all good. Right, I just want to put out to you guys that, and this is all the gijoe fans here. So Range Viper here has got some cylinders at the back, and you can see there's a peg right there. So that is connected up to a hose. Now I've brought some jewelry tube. It's a little bit duller. Like, it doesn't have that nice shiny gloss of the normal gijoe tubing, but it fits on there nonetheless, and it fits on there really well. So you basically just measure it out. I always go by eye with this, and I go roughly about here. And so what you do is just take that off, fit it on his back of the tube, like so. Okay, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I just noticed it now that there's an aerial missing from one of those sides. So I'm going to use this. It's basically a head off a brad nail. So that should be tickety-boo. Right, so I'm just going to drill a little hole in here. Okay, use the drill again to clean it up. Alright, give me a moment guys, I'm going to have to drill this again in a bigger hole, so one moment, I'll do this behind screen. Right, that's on there now, it looks pretty good. Once I've had it grey, it'll be even better. Okay. Right, that's not too bad. I'll just put a bit of grey on that and we're good to go. Well, I have to say I'm super happy about this. Range Viper here is looking almost complete. The only thing that's missing is the knife. See that nice new aerial there? Looks really good. That is a replacement shotgun. I'm assuming it's a shotgun or a grenade launcher. No, that's not the original wheel. That's something I had made up years ago. The gold is looking extremely awesome back on Iron Grenadier there. I'm super happy about that. And don't forget the crutch pieces on both Range Viper and the bat. Looking great. Sorry, Sam, I cannot find another sticker, or I wouldn't attempt to paint one, to be honest. If you wanted me to do that, we can work something out later on. And front here, hey, no worries. No, that was a quick, easy fix. And like I said, I got a spare backpack, so I gave him that. He's standing a bit strange, unfortunately, but I quite like the pose he's on there. So if you're just organising this as basically in your collection to store like that, that's a pretty good pose. I haven't put the helmet back on because the paint is still drying. But yeah, I'm happy about this. It was a great labour of love, to be honest. Well, I've got to say, with like all my videos, I've got to personally thank you, and I really do. I personally thank you for sticking around and watching the rest of this video. That means so much to me. I had to say big ups to Sam for contacting me to see if I can repair these figures for him. I loved every minute of it, mate. It was my honour. No worries. It's at this time I've got to say, please, if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. Beautiful. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. That is also very important. It'll notify you that I've got new content coming out. Hey, just remind you, if you're not a membership of my YouTube membership plan, go for it. It's not going to hurt a bit, and you might even like what you see. So with that, everybody, it's time for me to say goodbye. It's been a great honour of people, it really has. And it's Yo Joe, and see ya.